Okay, I'm gonna do an intro now. Welcome to All Eyes on You, the only podcast having a very intense moral crisis.
I don't know what that moral crisis
It's
is.
you. Sorry. This is Rachel Ray. Not Rachel Ray.
That's the cook?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about her.
Doesn't she has food.
Yeah, she did a 30-minute
Animals.
What?
She has a lot of pet food, right?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I haven't kept in date with her, you know.
This is from years ago that I'm referencing.
I do. She does have some kind of pet food thing, I think, now I think about it. And speaking of feeding animals, you know who doesn't feed their animals?
Bear from Obsession.
Because that's literally what you wanted to talk about today, because we've been talking about it for weeks, because we saw it twice in 1 week and have been talking about it a lot.
Well, you also wanted to talk about it on the podcast, but we just hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And now we have, and I wanted to talk about it, and then you been
Is that me?
Yeah.
That's me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
What am I to you? Sorry.
What's happening?
Am I a joke or am I your brother? What am I to you? Do you look down on
You know you
me?
can't sing that. That's copywritten, right? Like that's gonna copyright on the video.
But
YouTube's so crazy about that.
But it wasn't good.
It doesn't matter anymore. They're
wasn't
that
any
crazy.
music.
Yeah, they're that crazy. If
But
you
they're
say
just
it, if it sounds
copywriting
on tone,
lyrics.
if you say the copyrighted lyrics on tune, that is enough for it to be copywritten now. Sorry, YouTube. I don't know. What were we talking about? Obsession.
Directed by Curry Barker.
Cory Barker.
A YouTuber.
Which we were talking about a lot because YouTube filmmaking is on the rise. And honestly, I get why Obsession has had the most hype. Out of like all the movies, it's probably like the most up there in quality and just storytelling altogether. Also, weirdly, didn't it have like the lowest budget out of all of them?
Yes.
And it's made the most.
Yes. The lowest budget of the three YouTube movies.
Backrooms, Iron Lung.
Iron Lung, and then Obsession. Its budget was
750,000, yeah.
Backrooms, I think, was like a couple million.
It was a couple mil.
Because he got a lot of backing from.
Oh yeah. Because it's A24.
A24 and one of the Wong. He does horror movies, I think.
Like James Wan? Was he part?
No,
Who?
there's. God, I can't remember his name.
A person with a lot of money.
Yes, and then Markiplier, he just has. His
Markiplier, he's a multimillionaire. He's good.
Markiplier's got his mark of money. So.
Mark of money. Mark of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what? He should sell that.
Mark bucks.
Mark bucks. He would hate that.
He would hate that. But yes, the most successful of the three.
Obsession.
I think it is a really, really good movie.
I agree. It is a very, very good movie. End of podcast.
Yeah,
Run
that
the
was
credits.
a really good episode, guys. Okay.
Wrap it up. No.
Anyway, I tried to wear a shirt that was a little bit like on theme, right? Because it has like it's like a magic shop. Because he gets the One Wish Willow from the like spiritual store. I'm wearing a crystal necklace. I don't know what her crystal necklace was that she dropped down the drain.
Oh, we never saw that.
No, because she's on the phone. But I did bring some citrine, which is, like they said, sunshine in a rock. And if he knew her, He would have just gotten her the citrine.
I guess we should put a spoiler warning. But
Spoiler
it kind of
alerts.
at this
It's
point.
been out for a while now. It's every single React YouTuber that I've watched has watched it at this point. So
I feel like everyone's. Well, not everyone's watched it, but a lot of people know about it. Or they've watched it on TikTok.
They watched it on TikTok, or it's everywhere enough that they do know what happens.
You know, I just realized your earrings with, like, what we were wearing, it's kind of... I don't think I can say that. What you're referencing.
Oh, this is a razor blade. That's not... The razor blade could be used for shaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is a skeleton doing something that definitely cannot be said on... It's a skeleton attempting to unalive.
He's hanging out. It's a skeleton hanging out.
Hanging out. Something that Bear should have done a lot sooner in the movie.
To be fair, yeah, because, like, he was literally torturing Nikki from the start. Just being a nice guy.
And that's the thing. Like, people very much like to defend Bear. I see it a lot. Recently, there's been a YouTuber who I used to watch, and I was curious when he was like, oh, I'm going to review it. And in his review, he was very much just... Well, first of all, he was calling Nikki, like, a Latina crystal baddie, which, like, there's no indication that Nikki is Hispanic within the movie, but the actress is. Yeah. So that's literally the only reason that he was saying it. And then whenever she starts to get, like, upset, he's like, well, what do you think was going to happen, Bear? You went after the Latina. So not only was he being, like, super duper sexist towards Nikki's character, but also just being racist about the actress. And then, like, the very first scene when she's now Spell Nikki, or I know some people will end up just calling her, like, Freaky Nikki. Like,
I like to call her, like, Willow Nikki.
Willow
or
Nikki.
Just Willow, because she's more like the Wish than she is a person.
Yeah, she is
just the Wish.
She is a manifestation of his wants, pulling literally just the part that actually, like, liked him, and then, like...
Yeah, because didn't, like, one of, like, the notes that Curry had was, like, act like she liked him sometimes and act like she didn't.
It was what they
cutting
did
it together.
For American Psycho with Willem Dafoe, where it's like, this take, act like you do have feelings for Bear. This take, act like you don't. And, like, they would do multiple takes for that, and then through editing, they kind of mash them all together.
To make it a bit ambiguous.
So it's more ambiguous, and, like, I'm going to be honest, y'all, I don't think she ever actually liked Bear. Like, that friend group is awful.
They don't like each other. They never liked each other.
They don't like each other. They are, and no offense to anyone that still has, like, their high school friend group, but it is the high school friend group that never moved on.
Yeah.
That are still stuck together and, like...
They all got jobs at one of the friends' dad's place.
Yeah. So, like, I know it's such a small pet peeve that I've seen people have, but there's a lot of employees at that music store.
Yeah, I will say most of the time whenever, like, I've been to a music store, there's only, like, 1 or 2 employees at most. But then there's 4 and then the manager. And
then some others that aren't.
Yeah, why are there so
like,
many?
They're, like, in the background, and it's supposed to be, like, a smaller town.
Why were there? I never noticed that. And it's interesting because they were all, like, you know, they would all be in and then working pretty late.
Yeah, they were working, like, all day.
I feel like the only one who could actually play an instrument was Bear.
Could he?
Yeah, he was playing the piano, and then he would play the guitar a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, no one else did.
Well, I think when the manager, when she, like, after the first night, Nikki and Bear come in, he, like, asks Nikki to, like, tune the piano or something, or, like, fix
he was asking about, like, oh, which piano do I need to tune? Because I don't want a Karen doing whatever.
Don't say that. Isn't he, like, a super famous actor?
Yeah. He's like the most famous actor. Well, I wouldn't say super famous anymore.
But he's like a more known.
He's the only known name I want to say that was attached to the film.
I will disagree just a little bit. I haven't watched it, but I know that Michael Johnston, he was in Teen Wolf, and he was pretty important in Teen Wolf.
No, I know he's also in X-Men 97. It's the animation, the one that's pretty big right now. It's the continuation from the old 90s cartoon. And he's Nathan, I think. Could be wrong. Don't think I am, though. But I'm pretty sure he's Cyclops and Jean Grey's, well, Madeline Pryor's son. I know you don't know at all what I'm talking about because you don't know X-Men. But he's in there. He's that character. He's the younger version. He's in one other thing. I think he's in a game. Like, he's a voice actor, too. Something funny, actually. I literally just earlier today was watching a Curry Barker skit where he was a bouncer, and they were letting people in, and like literally the first person he lets in is, what's his name, Michael?
Oh, really?
He's literally just Michael, and then it's Cooper, and then he's like, oh, let me check your ID. Or, I don't need to check your ID. And he's like, wait, why? And he's like, because you're old. And then like eventually Howie Mandel shows up too. And it's a whole thing where it's like, that's Howie Mandel. I was like, no, it's not. But it's just really funny because I was like, oh, okay, so I don't know when they shot this, but like either way, like it's just funny seeing Cooper and Michael together already. And it looked like they were already friends. And then the whole joke was like, oh, Cooper was Michael's dad, but not really. Everyone just like, he was wearing a prosthetic like makeup to make him look really old. And everyone's like, oh, you're so old. He's like, no, I'm not. He's like, can you hear me? He's like, I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't know. It was just funny. And Curry Barker, I want to see him direct a comedy. Like a genuine, legit comedy.
Oh, when we were reacting to one of his, I kept thinking that Curry Barker looked like someone, and I couldn't like pinpoint it, but the only thing I could think of was that he reminds me of, what's his name from VGHS?
The Law?
Yeah.
Curry Barker reminds you of The Law. I forgot his name, but they were in like 5-second films, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can see it. Like they definitely have the same.
There's something about them where like my head kind of just like fused.
I'm gonna be honest. He could be The Law. Like if they did like VGHS modern day, Curry Barker could be The Law.
Yeah.
He has the exact same like vibe to him.
Because in that like sketch, I was like, he pulls off doing like a dick like, no, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like really well, which is The Law.
I am The Law.
But
y'all, Law ready for this? I don't know how many people are gonna actually remember that or know what I'm talking about. I mean, a decent amount of people. VGHS is a web series that changed the scope of YouTube, if I'm being honest with you, just in the terms of like... That's something you should have
people react to.
Yeah, honestly I should, because VGHS like was also the thing that got me into YouTube filmmaking, because I didn't know filmmaking was a job until I watched that and watched a behind the scenes video of it. But it's by Rocket Jump, which was founded by Freddie Wong. You know, the guy who did, I don't even know, like so many random things of like special effects. He had the world record for Guitar Hero. Like that's a legit thing. Like I know it's a joke in the show too, but like he genuinely does or did. He disappeared for a while, but actually like not VGHS, but Rocket Jump is coming back to a degree. I know for a while he was just doing a podcast with some friends. It was like Dungeons and Daddies, I think, but it was like not kinky. That was literally the tagline. Like not in a kinky way though, not in a sexual way though. It's like actual supposed to be like dads in a dungeon, D&D type of thing. But yeah, I would totally do an entire episode of VGHS and Rocket Jump because, yeah. But I can definitely see The Law and Curry, I wouldn't. I feel like we could probably look them up, and they
Like,
probably
okay,
did something together.
Put their faces together here. Like, I'll do it.
Together?
Well, not together, but like side by side.
Make a baby of them?
No.
I'm thinking about it now. I could see it.
Anyway, yeah. So
They would just be Cooper.
I guess
It would just be
yeah.
Cooper. The combination
And if
of
people
the two.
are aware of who Cooper is,
Cooper is Bear's friend, who I
Ian.
forgot. Ian, yeah. Which is interesting because if you, of course, did not know, Cooper and Curry made a bunch of short films together. They're like a bit of a creative duo. I think the channel, like Bad Idea or something, whatever it's called, is just them two. So, I mean, it's nice that he got his friend a job in his film. Pretty important one.
He's been posting a lot of videos online about being part of Obsession, and they, like, I know sometimes it can be a little annoying when like the person like keeps sort of milking the thing that they're part of, but I think because I loved Obsession, I'm like whatever about it because I just.
But also
find
in his case,
funny.
it makes sense because he knows that he's milking it.
Oh, he's doing it so ironically.
Yeah, and like that's what's great about it. He's not doing it in a way where it's like some actors have like milked it in like a legit way. He's doing it in such a way where it's like I literally saw one where they were in the restaurant and he went, "Yeah, on a date, but this guy keeps talking about the movie he filmed there," and he goes, "Yeah, so we like had the entire restaurant, we like had it packed, and there was like a scene where she was like, no, we're having a good time."
And
yeah,
someone commented in the video like, "I didn't realize that you guys were sitting that you were sitting behind me, but I was literally talking about Obsession."
That's so
in the
funny.
Like you can see him in the booth behind Cooper.
Man, Obsession's taking over the internet too. I mean, Obsession's the back room. Iron Lung did, but I feel like Iron Lung was definitely more niche.
It was definitely more niche. It was more for Markiplier's crowd.
Yeah, I'll say like what I will note about, the press of Iron Lung has very little to do with actual Iron Lung.
It's
less about
to
him
do with Iron Lung and more to do about Markiplier and his ability to fund the whole thing by himself, create a rendering farm, starring.
I mean, he got invited
writing.
to an Apple meeting or whatever event because he made a render farm.
Because he made a render farm. So, I mean, I even think, I think why Obsession out of all three is the most popular is because it is more digestible to a wider audience.
I definitely agree. Because, Iron Lung, you have to know Markiplier and or the game.
Yeah.
For Backrooms, you have to know the internet lore of it. And I'll also just kind of admit to, the filmmaking aspects of all three, being on that end of things. It's like Iron Lung, filmmaking-wise, it's impressive what they did with the limitations they had, but at the same time, it's not as digestible. It was very much like, what you said before, it was monologue-y. Mm-hmm. And if you like Markiplier, that's fine. If you aren't super big into Markiplier, I have heard people said oh, I fell asleep, which, it happens.
I am into Markiplier and I was falling asleep. I love Markiplier, but it was the story of it was kind of because there's no real story, so he did have to add some in there. And
then Backrooms, the pacing is the thing that some people have had issues with. The pacing, the dialogue. And some people were all like, it's not scary because a lot of people...
Liars.
They aren't really as into the, liminalness and the uneasy feeling more than they are into jump scare horror that's immediately coming at them with a reason to be scared. Whereas this is more like a lingering feeling that's supposed to kind of stay with you. Whereas Obsession...
It has kind of... a combination of the lingering uncomfortableness, but also having jump scares.
And they do it in a way, and it's paced so well where it does allow you to I'll say it has its moments where something happens that sticks with you, but then it's lingering.
Yeah.
The scenes in between are lingering in a way where it's not letting you fully calm down, and you're starting to piece things together in honestly a really good way, storytelling wise, where you're piecing it together but doesn't feel hand
It's not being hand fed to you, even though like he's trying to hand feed to you that Bear is a terrible fucking person.
But
for some reason that's not digestible to some people. But I remember I was a little scared about Obsession when I first saw it, because I remember you sent me the trailer and you're like, we should maybe see this. And I was like watching it, and it wasn't a trailer, it was the sneak peek of the film. So it's the scene when they're in the diner.
Yeah.
And he's like, Nikki, is your dad dying of cancer? And she's like, no. Where I was like, oh, great. Is this just going to be a movie about this, like, obsessed girl, and, like, this girl's the problem? Like, she's the issue. But then when I read a little bit more that he makes a wish so she loves him, I was like, oh, never mind, I'm fucking in, because that means the guy's the villain and she's not being villainized. And people still try to villainize her. They try to say, like, oh, she's the scariest villain of 2026. Nikki is not a villain.
No,
she's
Bear
a
is the
victim.
villain.
I even would say that, like, Willow Nikki is a victim of Bear as well.
I mean, because even then, like, it's just a wish, and that's kind of why it has very little human characteristics to it, because it isn't a person. It's like the embodiment of a wish possessing a person, even though it's not possession. I know Curry said that, but like it doesn't know what to do. It's just trying to like fulfill its wish, but then it's like, I can't, because you're not even working with me here, because I'm giving you whatever you want, but you're still unhappy. And it's like, oh, what did you actually want? It's like, he didn't really want her.
He
just put all of his
her.
He didn't really know her.
He didn't know her. He had this.
He like listened, but he didn't hear
of her.
Yeah.
He has an idea of who she is. So when he wishes for her to love him more than anyone in the fucking world,
it's just a validation thing. It's not even like an actual.
Yeah, it's just like him wanting to be seen by her, and like.
But like that's the weird thing is like from the beginning she did see him. It's just not in the way that he wanted.
She genuinely
was sweet to him.
Saw
she
him
checked
as a friend.
in with him.
She called him after work and was like, "Oh my God, you're so lucky that you weren't there. Like, but please tell me, like, you're coming to trivia." Like, she obviously wants to hang out with him. I know some people see that as her having feelings for him, but I think she's just like, you're my friend, and like you weren't there, and I'm like jealous that you weren't there. Also, like, we're hanging out, right? Like, we're hanging out. And then when they're at the bar, and then he's like, "Oh, I like, I'll get a pina colada." She's like, "I like a man who's in touch with his feminine side." Like, I'm gonna be honest, never would say that to a guy I had feelings for. I don't think I would tease him like that. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know if that take was her acting like she liked him or not.
I think it was.
It probably was.
I think
but then
like
also,
at the
like,
bar it was like flirty.
But then what's funny is she immediately after that, when the bartender is like open or close, she goes, "Oh, open, babe." So she uses a lot of terms of endearment for other people.
And it's supposed to show that she's a very like kind and just open person in general.
She's a very likable person to everyone.
Because like the one little detail of her just giving cash to a homeless person.
Yeah. Who is
like she just does that regularly at that point. And it's like that's just supposed to show that she is nice. She's just a kind person.
She's a caring person who genuinely is hoping for the best for everyone. She's very empathetic.
Bear took advantage of that.
Yeah. Like
that's the entire like plot, and like what it's trying to show is it's this person took advantage of someone else's kindness.
Yeah. He took advantage of her kindness, and like because like the first real jump scare of the movie is they're making out on his bed, and she snaps back, like real Nikki snaps back for the second time, where she's like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And she realizes that she's on top of Bear shirtless and goes, "What the fuck?" Falls back, and then suddenly it's Willow.
Willow and Nikki. I like Willow and Nikki because it kind of does help separate it a bit more. And
so like that was like the first jump scare, and like people are like in that YouTuber's video, he's saying that like in that specific scene, Bear's not taking advantage of her because he's
No,
all
he
like,
is.
he's like weirded out. He's trying, like, he turns around when she takes her shirt off. He sits
it's
on
very,
top of the
it's supposed to be
covers.
like
He
a,
doesn't face her. But it's like he's doing this like, ooh, like I'm just this shy guy who
yeah,
like
it's
I'm
nice
trying
guy
to
try to
I'm
do.
trying to respect your boundaries instead of being like, hey, like when she's like, can you sit with me? He could have just said, I'm gonna go into the living room. You take your space. He didn't have to. No, even though she's like, come on, like, he also knows that she was drunk. Because she literally, like, Willow's going, I'm pretty fucked up. So he knows she's drunk, is trying to give her space. Then when she, like, finally gives in to her, aka he's just getting what he wants out of the situation, he still kisses her.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows she's drunk. And you're telling, like, these guys are trying to say that he's not taking advantage of the situation. She literally could not consent. He thinks that she can't consent. But then he still does it anyway. And then they're like, well, he didn't know that the wish worked. First of all, after he snaps it and then she's suddenly like, do you maybe want to come inside? He looks back at the box.
He considers it. It's just he didn't fully realize it happened until,
I guess, technically when Ian calls him, he goes to thread it to look up if the One Wish Willow actually works.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he was thinking about it. But then he closes it because he doesn't care. He's happy that he's getting what he wants.
It's getting something you want without having to necessarily have consequences, but it's like you do, and he's just hoping that there aren't consequences and trying to act like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like, let me lie to other people because I'm still getting what I want.
And then, like, I do, because I know some people, basically there's that YouTuber, I'm going to keep bragging on his stupid ass
honestly,
takes.
obsession was more like possession, as in he's possessive of her.
I mean, he was the obsessed one in the beginning anyway.
I'm just, look at me putting a P in that. Sorry.
But when they get into work the next, when they get to work the next day, and then Ian's like, oh my God, like, you came in with Nikki. And then he starts talking to her. He doesn't even try to bring up the fact that he made a wish. He's just saying that she was acting really weird. And that YouTuber was like, I don't think he was trying to make her seem crazy. I think he was trying to make her seem crazy.
No, he was. He was trying to make it sound like it was all on her entirely. Like, dude, she was just all over me. And it's like...
And then he keeps doing that through the rest of the movie.
And he was like, no, I did nothing. And it's like, you did.
She kissed me. But it sounds like she was on fucking Molly. And it's like, later, obviously, we know that Ian knows Nikki a lot better than Bear does.
Yeah.
And he's then also obviously feeding him poor information.
It's also Bear. Weird in the sense of, like, thinking on it in general. In that entire friend group, Ian seems a lot more in the know than Bear for all of them. Like, it's weirdly, like, I'm thinking about it now, just where, like, Ian knew stuff with Nikki, but he also knew stuff with Sarah. Like, they all knew each other's situations. They just kept Bear out of that.
Because Bear's kind of a fucking weirdo.
It's like, it's weird because I don't think
he
Ian
didn't even
liked,
bury his cat.
Yeah, and I don't think Ian liked Bear at all.
Like, I think he liked him, but it's like, Bear considers Ian to be his best friend. Like, Ian doesn't consider Bear to be his best friend.
Even then, it kind of feels just more like just they're using each other because Bear knows that Ian knows Nikki a bit better, and then Ian is kind of low-key entertained by it in a way. He's entertaining Bear, but he's not giving him actual, like, information or any kinds of way to actually connect with her, or even, like, an option to. Because, like, the entire... the bar scene, when they're all together, he's trying to be like, oh, I want to be alone with her. And he's like, no. Like, any chance where it's, like, actually trying to be alone with her, he's just like, no.
I mean, I gotta hand it to Ian, too. Just, like, he's not wrong to say, like, can you not ask her out on, like, trivia night when we're all gonna be there?
Because that definitely makes it awkward. But it's just still, like, he's still kind of... I would say
he sabotages Bear from the get-go.
Yeah, he was sabotaging him, but then, like, he was sabotaging himself.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think he had feelings for Nikki. He wanted to be with her, but he also realized, like, he knew that she wanted to move that she wanted to be a writer, and I don't think he was going to push a relationship onto her.
I don't know if he even wanted a relationship with her.
Yeah.
You think so? Because, like, I was going to say it kind of gives off more that he just wanted, like, it was just kind of more, he seems so much more of, like, a casual person with just, like, how everything about him was, that it's kind of just more like he knew whatever they had, and he's like, it's whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. But I still think it's weird because it's like, wait, why would she go after you? Why would she want you? Because, like, I wouldn't say there was, like, really any indication with them flirting. Or even kind of, like, having an interest in each other.
She like, because, so in the diner scene when he's practicing, like, telling Nikki he has feelings for her, he's like, oh, like, be playfully mean with her. He brings up the freaky Nikki thing.
And that's, like, clearly
which
something
obviously,
he says.
Yeah, that's something that he says, but it's something that he knows is going to piss off Nikki. But he's not wrong about her enjoying being playfully mean.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, well, who's going to dance when I do some shady in the joint? She's like,
so she does know.
She likes to tease.
That, but I think
they like to tease each other.
I think that they're just, like, more besties in a way. Like
bros that fuck sometimes.
Yeah, I think they're along those lines, and then that's why he's, like, kind of protective of her, but kind of not, because he's kind of weird about it. Because, like, he is protective-ish, but, like, not at the same time. It's really confusing because it seems like he cares, but then he's also just kind of like, immediately whenever he actually comes down to, like, oh, Nikki's weird, he immediately just kind of goes, yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
like, that's the weird thing is, like, he does, like, seem genuinely, like, concerned, but then as soon as they start dating, he's just like, oh, she's crazy. She must be insane. She's using you.
No, Sarah was the one that was saying that she was using him.
No, because he said it on the phone call, too. In the restaurant.
Well, in the restaurant, but then after that, in, like, moment, then he's like, I gotta be honest. Like,
it does come off like that.
He does.
He goes back and forth.
He goes back and forth between it. I think what he says.
He's just so in denial. Well, not in denial, but just in disbelief.
I think he's in disbelief that Nikki would ever have actually fallen for him.
So he's just trying to be like, oh, either one of you using each other, surely. Like, there's no way. That's, like, just his entire thing.
Yeah. Because in the car, he's like, it really seems like you're trying to take advantage of her. And then also, like, you know, and he's like, well, then she shouldn't have a problem with, like, not coming because it's boys' night.
Mm-hmm. Which, like, even if, like, she wasn't Willow or freaky Nikki, I feel like she would have been kind of bothered by that. And then, like, Sarah being there.
Oh, I mean, I would be bothered if it was boys' night and then one girl was invited.
And that's where I'm like,
but not me.
Even if he did think, like, you know, if there wasn't something going on, it's like, that's a bit, like, weird. Still, like, gives us weird drama in their friend group regardless. And then after that happened, he kind of just does not at all address her.
Yeah.
After the whole, like, party sequence when she literally hits herself. I mean, does not address her.
He gets really pissed at Bear in that scene, though.
He does. And then, like, but then he only cares about Bear in that situation. He does not check in on her. He doesn't, like, even try to, like, the fucking $1 million. Dude, I got $1 billion. It's fucking real, bro. Come outside. Nikki's yelling. You can definitely hear her.
I mean, he does, because he's like, hey, like, what's going on in there? And then he opens the door and comes in, and then she shoots him in the head.
Yeah, but he literally, Bear came to him
for help.
And then he still was like, bro, billions of dollars. And that kind of is the weird back and forth bit about him, is that he's so like, I care about Nikki. No, I care about you, Bear. Bro, I got $1 billion. Maybe we don't need Nikki. Like, was he going there to be like, my guy, we don't need Nikki?
Ian was in love with Bear the whole time.
Oh my God, wait.
Guys.
He was bi and he was in love with Bear, and then he got, oh wait. Hold on. He was sabotaging Nikki and him. He did like being close to he. Oh my God, maybe he would. And he came out to Nikki, and then Nikki was all like, "Okay, but I don't think he's into you. What about setting him up with Sarah?"
Also,
Ian and Sarah don't interact after.
no, they don't.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Also, like, fuck Sarah a little bit. I do feel like her fate is not fair, that that Ian just gets shot in the head, but then she gets pounded
Mutilated.
into a brick several times over and over and over. But I do think that is like kind of just commentary on like violence towards women and how like it is kind of just like a horror movie where it's the woman gets significantly more brutalized than the man does. But Sarah is the one that's like, no, Nikki's just using you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? She doesn't really care about what happened to Nikki.
This entire friend group doesn't like each other at all. So it kind of like almost like they don't like each other. Sarah and her had. It's this weird web of everyone having feelings for each other and not liking each other because of that. Because Bear had feelings for Nikki, Sarah had feelings for Bear. Ian was kind of in the middle of all of it and was like, I just want to be with my bro low key. I think that's what he wanted. He kind of just wanted to be with his bro.
And then what I do think is wonderful about the movie is we don't know anything about Nikki.
No. Which I
she's a
also do
writer.
kind of like that about, like, that's what I admire about indie filmmaking in general, is because it's such, like, a smaller scale that you do have to, like, center down more on the story to keep it compact on just what you can see, which helps actually fabricate and, like, create more of a character because you have to fill in the blanks based on what you know from the film. Whereas, like, if you know everything about a character, it kind of puts them at this point where it's, like, almost just non-ambiguous and kind of stale-ish, if that makes sense. Where it's like, all right, well, I know all this about this character, and now it's like, well, now this one thing doesn't make sense about them. Oh, now I don't really have an idea of, like, what happened beforehand or after, because it's like, oh, well, okay. I like whenever you can wonder about a character and, like, have to, like, think about, like, because we know about Bear. His name is Baron. I didn't know that until the second watch for some reason.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't pay attention to that his name is Baron.
Yeah,
because I was like, what the fuck is his name? Bear.
Yeah, it's just a nickname.
I was like, oh, Baron. And I was like, Baron's an interesting name.
What's interesting is we don't really know anything about him.
Besides his grandma.
We know his name is Baron. We know that he works at the music store. He lives in his grandma's house and inherited his grandmother's cat.
And then
we know that he has feelings for Nikki, that he was kind of a loser in high school and more new to that friend group. He wants to be a food critic, but I don't think he ever did.
I think he just
bullshit.
said that.
He just said it.
His only thing that he wanted, because he was, a Redditor nice guy, is he wants love, as in he just wants a validation of a pretty girl that everyone else wants.
And that's very exemplified when she's saying, like, I want to experience love, and, like, I haven't felt that. And he's like, so it's a romance.
It's more of like a...
And she says, no, it's a love story.
It's a prize.
What's the difference?
Nikki is a prize to him.
Yes.
Which is why he keeps her in his house, which is why he wants her to love him. He never said he wants them to be in love with each other. He never says that, like, he wants, like, whatever. He only ever says, do you love me? Never saying how much he loves her until, like, it's pressured. He's just like, he wants the validation of, being chosen. And that's what gets you. That's what makes him a bad guy. Because it's like, people are driven by validation and the desire to be chosen by people or by things. And that can easily become very toxic. And that's the commentary.
Yeah. And, like, again, like you said, he never loved her and he never liked her. Because if he actually did love her when she made that wish, when he's in the bathroom, it wouldn't have worked because he already loved her.
He didn't love her. He just wanted her to choose him, but then he took that choice away from her.
Yeah, and what I do love too.
And he didn't like her.
No.
Well, he didn't like Willow. If that made sense. Because it was like, oh, you're not Nikki. Be Nikki. This isn't good enough. You look like her, but you're not being like her.
That scene, even before the creepy slow-mo walk back that happens, I think was the most horrifying, because she's like, I'll be whatever you want me to be. And he's just like, I just want you to be Nikki. And she's like, I can be Nikki. And he's like, this isn't Nikki.
Yeah. But he didn't actually want actual Nikki, because he
no, because then
is she happy? And he's like no.
He asked,
let's not talk about
is
that
Nikki happy? Does she like me? Does Nikki like me?
Because he knows she's not there. He just is hoping that, like, hey, we good while I kind of do whatever I want.
And this is also, too, after the call.
Yeah, he fully knows.
Asks. So he fully knows that it's not Nikki. He asks, like, is it real? And, when Curry Barker just goes, just because you chose this for her doesn't make it any less real.
Curry Barker is the guy on the other end, the phone call.
Yeah, it's him.
That's his little cameo.
Just because you wished it for her doesn't make it any less real. Which it's like, I do like the guy on the phone in a way, because he's
jaded.
He's jaded, but he's also like acknowledging that he's like, well, you made the wish.
Yeah, because it really is
your fault.
It's like your responsibility, because you decided that. Like, when you decide something for another person, you decided that you're now responsible for everything that happens.
I wish I could transfer myself into this universe to be Nikki's defense attorney.
I don't think you can't do law.
I know true crime enough.
But Rachel, you don't know true crime enough to defend somebody who has 3 bodies.
Okay, but here's...
You also don't know the context of anything.
Well,
like,
okay.
If you were in the world.
So I'm in the world, but I have this universe knowledge of that world, right? So...
Wait, so you, in theory, watched the movie and then went in?
Yeah.
Okay, if you could do that, why wouldn't you just stop it from the beginning? Go in the store and just, like, take the willow away from him? Why would you just let it go? Like, wait a second.
Snatch the willow and she's like, get her the fucking necklace.
Yeah, just in right there. That's the end of the movie. But instead you want to let it happen and then defend it?
I'm saying, like, the movie has already happened, because they've already said...
She's going to jail.
Curry Barker has said, like, she's probably going to jail.
There's nothing else that can happen. There's 3 bodies there.
There's 3 bodies. There's countless witnesses as well.
Who are like, yeah, she's been acting weird. She was on drugs. Like, well...
But I have other witnesses that I would pull.
Okay, you thought about this.
I've been thinking about this, because I'm like, free my fucking girl. She did nothing wrong. And I'm correct, because she didn't do anything wrong. She was under Willow. Mm-hmm. I would get the girl from the shop.
You're just saying the people who like
the people
sold
that worked at the store. I would bring them in
because they fully
because
do know.
they know what the wish is. Because the guy, he's like, well, you make the wish, and then people have theorized that is the same person that she just wished to be a guy. I don't think that. I think there are 2 different workers in the store.
Yeah,
but she's like, look, man, we're not scammers. Like, so I don't think she's made a wish, but she knows that it works. Mm-hmm. And then the other guy says that he's already used his wish, so he also knows that it works. And then I would bring the box in, and I would call the number on the phone and be like, I'm sure this is probably going to violate some confidentiality, but because this is a murder case, and I think it has something to do with this box and this wish, and like I would, because I'm sure that there's CCTV footage everywhere, right? So there's CCTV footage of them in the store where she got the gun, but I think there's also got to be some sort of CCTV of Bear going into the store. Like, there's something of him, like, going into the store where he's covered in blood. And then that would also be great, because it's just like, so, and then what did Bear say to you when he came in? Where she's like, wow, like, he was saying, like, why would you sell these things? Like, oh, she's obsessed with me. And it's like, well, if she's obsessed with you enough, like, maybe you could ask her to make the wish to like reverse it, or someone else could make the wish to counteract it, and I would try to like kind of.
Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure, like, in their company thing, they probably said that they're not liable. They said that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not trying to throw the accountability onto the One Wish Willow company.
Mm-hmm.
I am just trying to free my girl.
I don't think she's walking, I'm gonna be honest. Even like, no matter what, I think that, like, they'd be like, there's some kind of manslaughter, accidental, whatever case. The best she could do is probably plead for insanity at that point.
Well, I think
like, that's the worst case.
She could plead for insanity and then be somewhere that's not a prison. But she wasn't consciously doing any of it.
That's what I mean. Like, the best case, I think she could get off for, like, not guilty under reason of insanity, because she probably also isn't fully aware of anything that happened.
No, she's not, because she comes back, she comes to.
So then if they ask her any questions and she's like, I don't know, I was not in control of myself, and saying that is like, okay, so you're not mentally sound.
It's like,
you seem mentally sound now, but it seemed like beforehand people were saying you were acting weird. It's like, yeah. Okay, something definitely is weird here.
But here, the thing is I would...
Why are we theorizing this? What is happening?
Oh,
you're passionate about this.
I am passionate about this because I feel bad for Nikki and Willow.
Yeah.
I feel bad for both of them. They're both abused by the same guy at the same time. But in the party scene, she's like acting all weird and whatever, and people are like, what the fuck is going on? When she has her moment where she comes to, she literally screams, "It's not me, it's not me," and grabs the bottle and is breaking it before she smashes herself in the face with it. And so, like, my question for, like, one of the party guests, like the one that was like, I want to sit next to Nikki, I'd be like, so can you confirm that you heard her yell, "It's not me, it's not me," before suddenly she snapped back to being like so fine, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, guys, I don't know what that was," as she's bleeding from her face. And it's like, yeah, well, like, because they obviously know Nikki. They all know her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, how different is this person to the one that you were all, like, previously familiar with? Like, it felt like a completely different person, correct? And then she comes back and is yelling, "It's not me, it's not me." I would be like, guys, maybe it's not her. I don't know. I think free my girl. Curry Barker, let me go into the universe and, like, free her from that legal system, because she doesn't deserve any of what happened. And I mean, I know that's what the horror of the movie is, and the horror of the ending. They made it even more horrific because in the original ending, she is supposed to shoot herself, and they're all just supposed to die. But then they're like, well, let's try it where she does it.
The final girl.
Where she becomes the final girl. And so she comes to, and then that's what we're left with, where she's just screaming and crying through the credits. And that's the more horrific ending. It would have been better if Bear killed himself before the party.
You can't say that on YouTube.
Bear should... come up for air.
That's still...
I'm gonna say it.
I know.
Anyway, I think Obsession is a fantastic movie. I think the writing is very good. I like that they don't really explain anything about the willow. Like, it's just a wish. It happens. It works. I think the lighting in the movie is great. We did sort of mention, like, his practice from other things from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite scene of lighting is when she comes from, like, he's on the phone with Ian. He's like, "No, she was looking at both of us." And then he opens the door and she's like, "I didn't know what to wear." And, like, you can't see her face, but you have, like, the glint on her eyes. Amy Neveretti is also a phenomenal actress, because the way that she holds her face throughout the movie is very different from scene to scene, where it's very different from Nikki from, like, the first time we meet her. Like, the face is, the way she's holding herself is very different.
Ty. Yeah, Rachel really likes this movie. What? I'm not saying you're wrong about anything.
You're just annoyed with me.
How am I annoyed with... Oh my god. I was just letting you talk. Don't do that. Oh my god. Don't...
Josh?
Don't... Okay, I'm leaving. Don't
Josh?
fucking... No, don't do this.
No.
Don't do
no.
Stop.
No. 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 Come back. Finish your podcast.